The iconic friendships and major dating flops of Sex and the City hooked us with its relatability. Yet the off-screen life of the show's cast has as much drama. Watch this video to find out which actress stopped dating because of her role in the series. See for yourself why Cynthia Nixon's career caused her partner's unemployment. And stick around till the end to see the dad life Mr. Big is living off-screen. Cynthia Nixon as Miranda Hobbes. Does Cynthia resemble her character? Only in her passion against patriarchy. Back in the day, as Miranda went through turmoil with Steve, Cynthia's real-life marriage seemed to be idyllic. The actress was married to Danny Moses for a whopping 15 years, raising 2 kids together. Yet, with the show's ending, Nixon's life took a massive turn. After an amicable divorce from her husband, Cynthia began dating activist Christine Marinoni. The new relationship was a shocker to the public as well as for Nixon, who had never been with a woman before.
Being visible and queer has been one of the great unexpected pleasures of my life.
The two crossed paths in 2001 while fighting for the improvement of New York's public schools. Since then, Cynthia's interest in activism and politics seemed to grow, along with her feelings for Marinoni. A decade later, Christine gave birth to their son, Max. Despite never wanting to get married again, Nixon passionately waited for same-sex marriages to be legalized to celebrate the union with her partner in 2012. To this day, Cynthia and Christine continue serving as power couple goals. In 2018, when Nixon ran for governor of New York, Marinoni quit her job to work on her wife's campaign. The two are basically inseparable. The exhausting career in politics did not hinder Cynthia's activism, though. The actress is actively fighting for the visibility of the queer community and speaking up for her transgender son. 3 years ago, Nixon used her Insta to celebrate Sam, saying, "I am so proud of my son, Samuel. I salute him and everyone else marking today's #Trans Day of Action." Meanwhile, Nixon continues to place strong-willed women on screen, appearing in series such as Ratched, playing a lesbian, and The Gilded Age about the 1880s materialism and corruption. Now, can you guess which cast member has never walked down the aisle? Kristin Davis as Charlotte York. It might come as a shocker for fans to find out that unlike her character, Kristin has never pursued marriage. Charlotte York was big on finding her one and only soulmate for life and building a family. As for Davis, the actress has been linked to many A-list men in the industry, such as Aaron Sorkin, Alec Baldwin, and even Friends actor Matthew Perry. That being said, Kristin had no interest in anything more than a fling, saying, "I wasn't looking for a man to be stable. It wasn't in my fantasy. I was looking for adventure." Davis dreamed of moving to New York and becoming an actress. Marriage was not a part of her plan. I do remember being young and thinking, why are all these people getting married? Interestingly, it was actually Sex and the City's busy schedule that kept Kristin unable to keep up with any relationship. That did not stop Davis from her dream of becoming a mother, though. Davis was able to adopt a daughter, Gemma Rose, and a son, Wilson, and create a family with them. This year, Davis produced her own thriller, Deadly Illusions, while balancing a film career with her philanthropic missions for the UN. Being a single mom, philanthropist, and an actress leaves Davis no time for a romantic relationship, although the star says the possibility is still there. Kim Cattrall as Samantha Jones. Charlotte's on-screen opposite, sexually liberated Samantha, was revolutionary for the screen in the early 2000s. And so was Kim's off-screen life. In 2002, Kim published a book titled Satisfaction: The Art of the Female Orgasm, totally living up to her character's image. Yet Cattrall's involvement with Sex and the City abruptly came to an end when the production of the third movie was shut down. Many speculated it was Kim's lavish demands and diva-like behavior that led to the dissolution of the show, while others claimed it was the highly publicized feud between Sarah Jessica Parker and Cattrall.
Specifically Sarah Jessica Parker, is that I think she could have been nicer.
While Parker denies any beef with her co-star, Kim told the Daily Mail her on-screen friendships were all a performance, concluding, "We've never been friends." By the end of the series, amidst media hate and constant speculation about her character, Cattrall went through her third divorce. And in 2016, the star was slammed by tabloids once again after being spotted with Russell Thomas, who is 14 years her junior. Despite the media frenzy, the two made it work. It was Russell who came all the way from the UK to Vancouver to visit Kim and have lunch with her. Needless to say, it totally worked, and the two have been together ever since. Originally from Liverpool, Kim admitted that she felt a connection to her boyfriend because of their shared roots. It's just so easy. I'm very comfortable around him. He's a firecracker, and he's got a wicked sense of humor. And he's easy on the eyes. The actress cannot stop sharing glimpses of her happy off-screen life on Insta. Meanwhile, Cattrall is a part of shows such as Filthy Rich and How I Met Your Father alongside Hilary Duff and Josh Peck. Speaking of her rumored nemesis, Sarah Jessica Parker as Carrie Bradshaw. When it comes to her off-screen life, the actress dated a handful of famous men. Yet the spotlight it brought Parker was never her intention. The actress experienced her fair share of media frenzy before she met the one. In her early career, Sarah Jessica made headlines for dating John F. Kennedy Jr. and Robert Downey Jr. for 7 years. Right after a highly publicized breakup with Robert, Parker was introduced to the actor Matthew Broderick by one of her brothers. The two met on the Broadway stage in 1991, and it doesn't get much more poetic. The initial spark the actors felt was not just another Hollywood fling. Parker and Broderick connected right away and could not stop gushing over each other in interviews. Sarah revealed, "He's probably the funniest fellow I've met in my whole life. He's so bright, so handsome. I think he's the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life. And he inspires me. I'm mad for him. Totally." With Broderick, Parker was finally able to find someone who related to her and understood her worries. "Matthew and I come from a different time and place. All we ever wanted was to be good working actors." After Matthew popped the question. Unlike her character, Sarah did not want to attract any attention to her special day. Parker had no interest in wedding preparations and put no effort in searching for the perfect dress or venue. "I just went and got whatever they had hanging." The actress ended up wearing a black dress and holding a secret wedding. To ensure that no information was leaked to the paparazzi, not even the invited guests knew what was happening. Today, the star is raising 3 kids with Broderick, generously sharing her everyday life online. Ventures with her twin daughters, Tabitha and Marion, and a tearful farewell of her son leaving for college. In 2018, Sarah revealed that the secret behind her nearly 3 decades of love, commitment, and family life is time apart. I know this sounds nuts, but we have lives that allow us to be away and come back together. Ironically, Parker and Broderick are now starring together in a play called Plaza Suite. It seems like the two cannot get enough of each other. Yet Sarah's days are busy. She's starring in the Sex and the City revival series, Disney's Hocus Pocus Part 2, and running her own footwear label. Needless to say, Sarah Jessica is a true boss lady. And don't worry, we did not forget about the troublemaker of the series, Chris Noth, aka Mr. Big. Surprisingly, the actor's off-screen solo life came to an end mid-series when Noth met Canadian actress Tara Wilson. In 2002, Chris stumbled upon Wilson while she was at the New York City bar that the actor co-owns. It must have been love at first sight, as the actor has never gone on a date with anyone else since that day. Despite portraying a player on screen, Noth is a true family guy in real life. After welcoming his first son Orion in 2008, Chris tied the knot with his now wife on the Hawaiian island of Maui. The actor never shies away from sharing glimpses of his quality time with his little ones. And last February, Noth became a dad for the second time. The actor is now 67 and his career is still going strong. Recently, you may have seen Noth as a quirky CIA director in the CBS crime drama, The Equalizer. And this year, Chris is back as Mr. Big in And Just Like That. Maybe this time, Carrie will finally address him by his name. David Eigenberg as Steve Brady. David could not be more like his on-screen character when it comes to romance. In 2002, David reached the peak of his career and was a sought-after bachelor. At the same time, the actor was invited to a meet and greet to the Army base as an ex-Marine. That's where he met the woman of his dreams, Christy Kotick, who was stationed there. He recalled thinking, "I saw this woman with her little black beret, and she was just amazing." Ironically, Christy had no idea what Sex and the City was, let alone Eigenberg's celebrity status. It took some effort for David to get Kotick's attention, and just like that, 3 months later, David popped the question to Christy. But he quickly realized married life was far from the promised paradise he had expected.
We fought, I think, for a year straight. It was awful.
It took a whole year for the couple to finally make the marriage work. David became a father twice afterwards, welcoming son Louis in 2009 and daughter Myrna in 2014. But his happy home life was soon jeopardized. The time of living happily in sunny California had come to an end as David's career started to plummet. In 2012, Eigenberg got an offer to play Christopher Herman in the crime series Chicago Fire and made the tough decision to move. Against Christie's wishes, the family had to relocate to cold Chicago. It didn't seem like the dream life the two had dreamed of, yet there was a silver lining. David's career flourished, and soon enough, Christie made peace with her new home in Chicago. Next year marks a decade since Eigenberg began playing Christopher, and from the looks of it, the star is far from retirement. Now, if you fancy knowing more about the characters' off-screen lives and why Kim Cattrall is not part of the new Sex and the City sequel, make sure to check out this video. And as always, stay awesome.